Wildspace, the final frontier. These are the continuing voyages of GameMasters here, and today we are going to talk monsters in Spelljammer for 5th edition. It's official. Wizards is releasing Spelljammer for 5th edition, and it's due to release on August 16th, 2022. Yeah, that's a little ways away, but Wizards has us covered with 10 official monsters that can be found in the Spelljammer setting, and they have them compiled in a monstrous compendium, which is an awesome throwback, by the way. This one is Volume 1, Spelljammer Creatures. While these creatures, and yeah, I've noticed that they have shifted away from the term monster here, can be placed into any Dungeons & Dragons settings, these are going to play heavily into Spelljammer's setting. Further, some of these are updated creatures from past editions, as well as new ones made specifically for, well, Spelljammer. What we have are, and they are listed in alphabetical order, an asteroid spider. This is a pretty massive spider thing that, by all appearances, when you see it, looks like, well, a giant asteroid, until you get close enough and it just grabs your ship. It has a challenge rating of 15. Next up is Clockwork Horror. These guys will steal your ship, and while it isn't very big, only about 2 feet in height, it does have razor-sharp blades that can slice and dice. It has a challenge rating of 2, but what makes it rather deadly is that it can make more versions of itself, so they're rarely found by their lonesome selves. The Eldritch Lich is up next, and it's as nasty as you would think, almost alien in design. Yeah, that alien, the H.R. Geiger one. This thing has made a deal with a great old one, you know, Cthulhu, Zargon, Dendar, those guys. By having a far realm parasite implanted within themselves, it has a challenge rating of 15. Next up is the creature that asks you, if you're enjoying this video, to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me and this channel to grow, and I appreciate you, and I can't thank you enough for that. Oh, and it has a challenge rating of 0. The Fractine is listed next, and this one reminds me of that diamond-shaped mirror prison thing from Superman. The Fractine is a 2-dimensional creature that cruises the wild space. It can drop onto another creature and trap that creature within itself, really only releasing it when it dies, or when the Fractine dies. It has a challenge rating of 9. The next one here is the Gadabout. Not really out to harm anyone. It's very branchy. Might be a little hard to see in this image, but it's not a small pixie. The creature itself is made up of wings and arms that will wrap itself around an adventurer and allow them the ability to travel across the airless void of wild space. And this will be certainly a handy creature to have around. Those that wish to attack it, they're going to find that the challenge rating is 1/8. Yeah, 1/8. The Goon Balloon is a creature that looks innocent enough, but is actually quite mean-spirited. When it is killed or dies naturally, it will explode in a cloud of noxious gas, potentially poisoning nearby creatures. It too has a challenge rating of 1/8. A Nightmare Beast is exactly what it sounds like, a large hulking beast of claws that can rend pretty much anything in its path and has a special eye attack. It can disintegrate foes just by looking at them. It aptly has a challenge rating of 16. The Puppeteer Parasite is a small face-sized creature, and this is another one that reminds me a little bit from Aliens, or something from Aliens. In essence, it's a facehugger, but it doesn't implant eggs. Instead, it's going to latch on and use you to move from one place to another, and can impose its will upon you, forcing you to kind of do its bidding. It has a challenge rating of 3. Starlancers are going to be a little bit complex to explain. In essence, they form inside a dead god's heart. But as you can see from the image, it's going to be a massive, large heart. They resemble a shark, but have 4 wings and can, well, fly through space. When one is killed, its soul is returned back to the dead god's heart, where it is reincarnated into another Starlancer. It even has a guy riding on it to show you the scale. This has a challenge rating of 2. Last in the compendium is the, Yegagrosti. These look like large dead trees, but fly through Wildspace. Each one has its own gravity plane and air envelope, and are quite aggressive to anything it passes, pretty much attacking whatever it encounters. It has a challenge rating of 7. I'll go through my normal in-depth monster or creature look in future videos, but I wanted you guys to see and get a taste of what was in store for us for when Spelljammer does release in August. And if you want a copy of these for yourself, they're free. All you got to do is log into your D&D Beyond account, and which that's free account as well, and this is yours. As for me, I'm going to work at least some of these into my ongoing game, and while August 16th is a little bit away, I'm going to go ahead and create a Spelljammer playlist here that's just going to grow as I make more videos, so be sure to check that out. And I'll have one released in a few days covering one of the monsters in here in depth, so again, check it out. Until next our paths cross, may your journey through Wildspace be con-free.